Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. It's for the first ever edition of this, actually, because normally it's the Manchester United Manchester City show. Mandem United meets the Gyardem City show. Shout out to Yan City every single time. But this is the Mandem United meets the Mandem City show. So the first time ever got a Manchester City representative that is one of the Mandem, one of the gang. But before I get into all of that, please make sure you keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United or Manchester City related. Phil Foden hat trick as Manchester City win at Brentford. I'm tired of these, man. They're just irritating at this point. Like those 115 charges need to go to 1,015 because I'm tired of these lot. Like, even when we was on Shameless and they went 1-0 down, and I said, yeah, they're gonna win. I don't even get excited or start trolling when City are losing games. I said, yeah, they're gonna win. 110%. So yeah, Phil Foden hat trick as Manchester City win at Brentford, like I stated. Martinez injury blow for Manchester United. Of course, there's the Jim Ratcliffe news in regards to the stadium as well. Big up to everyone in the chat. Run up the likes. Make sure you share this across all the socials as well. And on top of those two things, subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. And the special guest is someone I should have had on the channel a long time ago, but it had to make sense as a special guest. I've been blessed enough. We've worked together on a few other shows. So that's where I did meet him. He's been in the comment section before as well, doing great work on the American Idiot Show as well. Does fantastic work on there. And wherever he's at, because he's a City fan who takes shots. And I like that. And of course, adds to it what I always talk about with international content creators, very knowledgeable. And it seems international content creators, their emotions don't cloud their judgment. And that's why more often than not, I agree more so. I have less disputes with the international content creators I work with than I do the actual people from over in the UK. So I got a welcome to the show. You know what I'm saying? Making his debut. Special guest. My light Vader is in the building. My guy, what are you saying?
Yo, what an intro. What an intro. And I'm not going to lie, long overdue. I should have been here from time.
Yes.
Schedules. But listen, I've been a fan from time. Even before we were able to collab, even before we featured on the same show, I was watching you. I saw how you and Rance would move on Twitch. I saw how that banter went back and forth. I've been a fan for a while, man, and it's been good. It's been good to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, man, it's only right you give you the correct intro, and it is long overdue, but we finally made it happen. So you lot get your questions in. Manchester City fans in particular want to get your questions in for Vader. But if you have any City questions for me, same way if you have any Manchester United questions for Vader, that is absolutely fine. Make sure you subscribe to his channel as well. I'm going to add his link to the title in a second. To Barry O'Malley who says, big up Flawless. Do you think Manchester City will win the league? They've been my pick from the jump. Unfortunately, I hate saying it. They've been my pick from the jump. When people was talking about, oh, they can't win 4 in a row, they're losing certain players, Gundogan, etc., I said, all right, let's say hypothetically Manchester City are weaker, which is hypothetical, but let's say let's say that's true. Somebody has to stop them. And I kept saying this. I said, who is better than them to stop them? The only team that's close, the team that's closest to him, I personally think is Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool are a better side than Manchester City. But yeah, go on, Vader.
So you said you hope we don't win this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So what if it meant Liverpool win it?
Oh, don't get mistaken. Me having spoke about this, I'm fucked either way, Vader. Whether it's you, whether it's Liverpool, or whether it's Arsenal. So when people ask me, they're like, who do you prefer? It's like Gary Neville said years ago on Sky Sports. It's like picking a man to take your wife off you. I'm fucked either way. I said this last year. Where people are like, oh, who do you prefer? Like, why are you back in City? Like, when I'd ban Arsenal.
It's got to be City, though. Flawless.
I'm tired of you lot. You know what I'm saying?
One more.
Not one more. I'm ready. You know what's crazy? I'm super creative when it comes to the banter. I'm running out of bars for you lot. The Champions League was something I had, and you lot took that away. So it's kind of like now I'm just running. Like I said, honest, like as much as
I know you're a lyricist. So you got to go in your book of rhymes, and you got to come up with new lines. I know.
Yeah, there was not even, like I said, when we was on Shameless FC last night and we was going live and you lot went 1-0 down because we was doing Shameless as it was going on. And I said, City are going to win this. I didn't banter. I didn't get excited when Mopé scored. There was no tweets. I was like, all right, they're going to...
Yeah, you're calm. Yeah,
I know you lot are going to probably put it together and do it. Like, so yeah, even one more. But yeah, go on, Vale.
I'm saying, like, this season, and you're going to say I'm fraudulent, but this season, before it even kicked off, I said, I just want to win trophies I haven't won before. FIFA Club World Cup, let me take that. Like I just want to. So to even think about winning this league again, I couldn't take myself there because again, I'm an international fan, but I've been watching. I see how the core, the hardcore, the locals talk about the club, and these are all dreams come true. Absolutely. These are all never before seen, never even imagined moments. So when it was like, yo, we won a 3-peat treble. Can I really ask for more this season? Can I really ask for it? The fact that we're in a position to be able to do it, yo, I'm giddy. I'm happy with it. But it's all bonus for me. It really is. It's all bonus for me. I'm telling you.
Now, that's fair. That's fair. But let me ask you though, at the start of the season, has it changed now? Like, who did you have at the start of the season winning the league? Because I know you would have been asked that question. I know you would have asked yourself that question. Was you saying it's us? Were you looking at Liverpool? Were you looking at Arsenal? Where was you at?
So before a ball was even kicked, I was like, we'll be in the mix. Because I saw you know what? I saw the spending intent. I saw how Arsenal, they went out and was like, listen, we're getting Rice. Yeah, City, you guys want him, but we're going to put 105 on this guy. We want him. So when I saw how they spent before a ball was even kicked, I was like, yo, they're not trying to make the same mistake last season. When I saw, Liverpool, obviously they went and got that midfield. Klopp in no way is going to allow himself to have a season like he had before that. We've seen him. He's had a bad season. He's responded. So I was like, yeah, this really might be a three-team race. 3 clubs are going to be in the mix. If I'm in it, I got a chance. Now, the experience gained last season can't pay for that. You can't pay for that. And Flawless, you've been relentless. I've been watching you. You're relentless on any City fan before that treble was won, before that Champions League was won.
Yeah,
100%. You don't know what it's like until you win it. You don't know how good it is. You don't know what it means. You're right. You're right. I tried to downplay it every time. I was like, listen, I don't like caviar. Yeah, I've never had it, but I know I won't like it. I know that. Oh, trips to Dubai? No, I've never been there, but I know I won't like it. Yo, I finally experienced it. It's not that bad. It's not. It's actually really
to say you are the best team in Europe. And don't get mistaken, I don't downplay either of the major trophies, whether it's the Premier League or Champions League. I'm lucky enough to have seen my team win the Champions League twice and win multiple Premier Leagues. There's nothing like it as a football fan. Just to clarify, people, FA Cups and League Cups are great, but those two in particular, when you know you're the best as well, it hits different. It hits different.
It does. So I've been able to brag for a while about being the best in England, like that. I take pride in that. Yeah. When we did that we won all domestic cups. Never been done before, and I heard your manager, legendary manager, say it could never be done. It's too much. When we did that, I was like, okay, listen, we did something never been done before. Let's get that next one. And we've fallen short many times. Champions League in particular, since doing this content, and you mentioned this, I had to feature on the football terrace the day we lost to Real Madrid.
Oh, that's peak.
And Flawless, I've never made the mistake since where I accepted the invite before the result. Like, I was so amped. I got the invite midway. Like, the game was going on. It was, and you know how we crumbled in the last few minutes.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was so sure of the club. I was like, yeah. KJ sent me the invite. I was like, yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
I had to stand tall or sit tall because it was sitting down for this thing and react to the whole loss. But winning it, man, that's the confidence that I took for this upcoming season. So, like you said, did I have us winning the league? I was confident that we could. And the fact that we've gotten so far, I think we're a game in hand, but I think there's like 15, 16 games left.
Yeah, you're a game in hand, but Vega, you being too home. So who did you have win? I want to know. Let's get to it. Who did you have winning the league? Surely there was no way coming off a treble. And this is to any City fan watching this. There's no way you're coming off a treble, three-peating, and you thought you was not going to win the league the next season. I find that very tough to believe.
No, but this is it. And this is where we're on opposite ends for a while, because you've had the glory for a long time. You've had the consecutive wins. I didn't know whether the mentality would feed over after winning a treble. I didn't know if the players would be as hungry. I lost Gundogan. I lost Mahrez.
Yeah, you did lose two very, very good players.
Those guys leaving, I was like, we'll be in the mix. And I backed my team. I said, I said we could win it, but I was still looking over my shoulder because I was like, Klopp is not going to mess up again. I'm looking over my shoulder and I see 105 spent on Rice. I'm like, they're not going to mess up again.
All right, what did you think when you seen Kai Havertz?
I was like,
you
yo.
You laughed, Vader. Be honest, man. Vader. Be honest. You know what I'm saying? Be honest. You laughed.
Chelsea are the best.
It's cool.
Yo, did I lose you?
Back.
Okay.
Yeah. It might have been on my end, but you're back anyway. It might
have been me. Actually, my monitors are tripping too. Chelsea are excellent salesmen. They're snake oil salesmen. Because how are they able to continue to get off these players that don't have the impact anymore, but keep getting bought? So they got Kai Havertz for some good spend over at Arsenal, and when I saw how they tried to make him play like Xhaka, I was like, nah, this ain't working. This ain't working. Arteta, he still has some levels to get to, and I'm sure we'll talk about it, but he's showing that he's getting to the levels, because what he did versus Liverpool, I can see why Klopp doesn't have the energy anymore. I can see why he's questioning whether he can remain in this league when he sees a young, inexperienced novice on the job outmatching him. So I can understand why he's making moves. Sorry, my daughter.
Right. That's all good, man. No stress, man. This is sarcasm. See, we used to interruptions. Don't worry about it, man. It happens all the time. Don't worry about it, Vader, man. Dude, handle business. You're a family man. Handle business. Trust me.
No, respect.
Yeah. My niece be running around at times. The chat, no.
Yo, yeah, man. It's
it's
relentless.
Yeah, they understand. It's cool. Yeah.
But nah, you need more help?
And you lot run up the likes as well. I have added Vader's channel to the title as well, Vader Games. So make sure you just click the link, opens up a new tab as well. I need to try and pattern and get the Vader run permanently. You know what I'm saying? That's something we gotta talk about behind the scenes. But go on, Vader. Carry on.
Flawless. If hours like these can work out, yeah, I can make this happen.
We'll talk after, man. Don't worry about it. I was just wanting to see the feedback from the chat, and I already knew the chat was going to as it was. But yeah, to me, there was no way. I'm sorry that you looked at Liverpool and Arsenal and looked at their transfer dealings and said they're going to finish above you in the league. There's no way.
No. It wasn't necessarily because of the squad. This is what I'm trying to get at.
Okay, go on.
It's the mentality. It's knowing that how can you go back and tap into the well a second time after winning? Listen, it's one thing winning the UCL, winning champs. It's another thing to win it in treble style. Like that's. Mm-hmm. Not to be disrespectful. I know this is later hours, but it's like,
say it. Get off your chest.
It's pulling one. Pulling one is a good night out. pulling three. I'm saying, like, a treble was nuts. I did not think that was going to be the first time for the Champions League. So I questioned whether the players would respond. But you know what? It's a reminder. Pep is that difference maker, man. When you have a manager, and you know this, Sir Alex Ferguson is a difference maker. Mm-hmm. When you have one of those, you can't question your club. You can't question your team. No. So he's pushing the right buttons. He brought in Nunes. He brought in Kovacic. He brought in Doku. Like there's been new blood in the mix to kind of get this four-peat possibility happening. But you're right. When I looked at how Liverpool quote unquote strengthened, when I looked at how Arsenal strengthen, I was like, you know what? This might not be that bad.
You got this. Like I said, I hear the whole thing.
Might not be that bad.
And Hassam tried it with the whole, they cut 4P. They've just gone they've just won a treble. They've sold certain players. Gundogan and Mahrez are missing. They won't be as hungry again. And like I said, if let's say all that is true and City are not at the level, somebody has to finish above them. And I keep saying this. Look at Liverpool, look at Arsenal. I believe they are the second and third best teams in the league. Are they better than City? Me, you, nobody in the chat. If we all were Premier League managers and had to pick a squad, we're all picking Cities.
That's true.
Without doubt.
True.
So that's how you know it's the best squad.
We are the best squad. We are the best squad.
And now if we say we was all like, all right, we want the best chance to finish in the top four, for instance, you'd pick Cities, but you'd look at it differently. But if you're going to win the Premier League, you're picking City's team. That's why I don't understand. And it's like, this is me saying this.
Yeah, but Flawless. I know it hurts you to say this.
Oh, absolutely.
But when you also look at the season, and this is where I got to revert back to because many Liverpool fans refer to it as the quad season, where I mean, they should put in the failed quad season, but they're quick to say the quad season. That season in particular, I know my manager had to make a choice. That FA Cup versus Liverpool, he could have played his strongest squad. He could have, but he chose, nah, I got a second leg to play against Atletico Madrid. I need to manage. I need to have some rotation. That's what actually cost Liverpool. I think this season, Liverpool are going to have to make a choice because they're currently in all 4 competitions. Let's put the League Cup aside because they're already in a final. Wow. But Klopp, fixture congestion, he's going to have to make a choice. Am I really going to go out to win FA, Europa, and the league? He's never been able to really do rotation and manage that. And then we got Arsenal. They're going to have to make a choice. I know they crashed out of 2 cups already, but they're going to have to make a choice on whether it's going to be Champions League and the league when it comes down to crunch time. My manager may have to make a choice as well. We got FA and we got the 2 others. If it were up to me, because one happens after the other, we're prioritizing the league. Listen, I'm not an evil man, but I can be spiteful. And I would absolutely love, and shout out to all of the Liverpool fans, because to a person, love them, respect them. As people, you mentioned Hussam, great guy.
Oh yeah. Don't get mistaken, people.
No,
you taking shots. Nah, not you, because people always say, "Oh, do you have beef?" That's family. That's Reggie.
Yeah, exactly. That's my guy. That's my guy. Yeah.
Now,
as a fan, no. You know, Reggie Miller. I'm doing this. As a fan, there's no likes there. So I would absolutely love if Klopp exited and all he had was a League Cup. You know what? Actually, let me take that away. If Chelsea did the business and Klopp left this season, this is what would be my dream.
I'm with you.
Chelsea do the business. Arsenal / Arteta finish above Klopp, and City win this league. He could have Europa. Europa should be his. If he doesn't get Europa,
unfortunately, I hear what you're saying. I want them runners up in everything. So I want them to finish second in the league, lose the Europa League final, and lose the Carabao Cup final.
That's vicious.
That'd be great. And then lose the semi-final. Semi-finals are both actually. Semi-finals, Europa League.
That's cutthroat.
And FA Cup. Because I can then continue to run the Luigi thing if they just second in everything. That's what I want. I need them second in all. Second in 4, imagine that. Let's say second in the league,
I was bad.
runners up in the Carabao Cup final. Yeah, I've been hating on Liverpool since it's ingrained in my DNA. And then FA Cup and Europa League semi-final exit. Oh, it'd be beautiful. You know what I'm saying? That just adds to what I've said about Klopp for the longest when I said he won't win. And I said this, I think it was a year and a half ago, about him not winning another major trophy with Liverpool. And I think I'll be proven to be right.
Yeah, if that plays out the way it does.
I think they'll win. Don't get mistaken. I think they win 2 though this season. I think they win the Carabao Cup and I think they get the Europa League. FA Cup depending on the draw.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, the dream would be nothing. And because I think a lot of the talks, and I get it. You may disagree.
Cool.
But the punditry, and I get to see this from I'm miles away. I'm watching, I'm tuning in. Even the time zone difference, maybe because I'm not consuming it real time. I've got a couple hours to digest things. I'm watching, and United, you guys get talked about nicely. You guys got some nice pundits out there that represent your badge. Arsenal, they got Mr. Wright, and they got some representatives as well. Talk Sport, wherever. Liverpool as well. Liverpool got their reps. I see them on ESPN and everything.
Yeah, they do.
No disrespect. I know I don't have the representation amongst the pundits. And my guy that does it, again, he brings a different level of energy to football. He's not really there for the tactical or the breakdowns. Unfortunately, he's more there for the vibes.
Yeah, first.
Liverpool, they're too much of a darling to me. I hate how Klopp made this announcement, and it was all like,
talk about it.
Oh, Klopp, what he's meant to this league, what he's done to Liverpool, all of this transformation, what he's done. And I'm tired of it because I get this comparison all the time. They want to talk about Klopp versus Pep. They want to do this. I didn't get this. In this day and age, you want to do the comparison. He gets bigged up all the time for going from Dortmund to Liverpool. Pep gets clowned from going from Bayern to City. Listen, City, we're doing our thing. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely.
But in terms of name recognition, in terms of fandom, in terms of like all of the supporters, we're nowhere near Liverpool. We're getting there because of success. So this club going to a harder rebuild or the unknown, he went to Liverpool. Arguably, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna show some respect, Liverpool fans. Arguably, the best English club, or possibly.
You could argue that when people say they're the biggest club, of course, I'm a Manchester United fan, so I'm never going to say. But if someone argues and says Liverpool are big, one thing I will say is they're a huge club worldwide. Let's not mistake that. They're one of the most historic clubs, 6 European Cups. I respect that from a footballing perspective. What they done, full respect to Liverpool, and even the club sides respect. You know, like
100%. So this like sleeping giant nonsense, or this rags to riches, or this restoring glory. Listen, they were already an established club, and you know what? He left Dortmund. Dortmund arguably are the second largest club in Germany. He's not going from small clubs. Now, if he were to go to, I don't know, what is it, Gladbach or something like that over in Germany, that's the comparable, and that's what Pep did. Pep went to Manchester City. I know we got the funds. I know you had the
funds, and you were on the way up. I think by the time Pep had got there, I think you had like, was it 2 or 3 Premier Leagues at that point?
We had 2 Prems with 2 different managers, right? Mancini did it for us. Respect to Mancini. He got things going. And Pellegrini got done a little dirty because the announcement happened while he was still here. But
yeah, that's peak. Yeah, it's
see. I'll talk about the underdog talk, because that's another thing that
you got a lot to say, haven't you? I should have got you one sooner. Before Vega carries on, people, I'm starving all the best questions, people. But clearly, Vega's got a lot to get off his chest. I got stuff to get off his chest. You want to make sure we get to your question? Super chat, people. But I have starred the best questions. Don't worry. But Vega's got plenty to say. Floor's yours, my dog.
Listen, I might have to run and get me some Gatorade to stay hydrated. the thing that's killing me is he didn't go to somewhere that needed to be like reestablished or didn't have a backing. It's Liverpool. Like Liverpool and Manchester City, again, I've seen this analogy out here in North American sports. When they're going out to get a recruit or get a player, and you throw down rings on a table or you throw down a jersey, I get it. The Boston Celtics jersey or the Lakers jersey means something when you throw that down. The Liverpool jersey meant something huge when you put that down. It's a different type of approach that you need to make when you talk about Manchester City. Like, come here and let's get the Prem era popping, because it hasn't been. Let's get things established, because again, the glory days are far and few between. Present day, let's make something. Klopp going to Liverpool, stop this. Pound for pound, best manager, da. Listen, you had the backing of Liverpool to actually say, come and play for me. That's easy. That's easy.
Yeah, as much as Liverpool were not successful before Klopp, I get what you're saying about the pull was still there, and
the club pull is huge.
Yeah, you got Klopp, who is able to attract players, and of course Liverpool. He has, and what he's done. Don't get me wrong, people. What he's done for Liverpool is great. That's why I'm glad he's leaving. He has done a great job.
Listen. I did this previously, and let me unpack this real quick, because
it's cool, man. You got plenty to say. The floor's yours.
Floor's
yours, Vega.
This news that happened with Klopp. I went out. Shout out to Rance, because I saw him do this as well. I went out and got me one. You know what I mean? I went out and got me one, and it's sealed. I got it here, nice, bagged up. It's sealed. I'm just waiting for the last day for Klopp. Well, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna take my time with it. Show Klopp the respect that he deserves.
Absolutely.
And enjoy that thing. It's not every day where a manager like him leaves the league. And I'm hoping that it actually inspires a different type of energy in the league. Because Pep shows the utmost respect. He shows the utmost respect for Klopp. He does. And it's a respect thing, because he knows even like coaching managerial styles, they're different. But trust me, Klopp leaving, every manager, not just Pep, is doing this. Oh yeah, okay, he's out of here. All right, let's see what Liverpool are going to attempt to do. Let's see who they're going to go after. And this is my observation, and you can challenge me, but we'll see whether Eric Ten Hag remains. We'll see. He's like this, a little inconsistent. We'll see whether he remains, where the Ineos and all that stuff, they want to keep him. We've got Chelsea. Who knows what happens with Poch, right? That's that.
You know what? Poch is like Ten Hag. Is a question of when the man gets sacked or not if. It's a question of when.
It's a when.
It's very possible there's somebody that Liverpool, Chelsea, and Manchester United are all looking for managers.
Exactly.
That is definitely a possibility, and I would say highly. If I was to put money on it, I would. That's highly likely. I could say that.
That would be something you would actually put money on. Would all three clubs be in the market for the manager? And again, so that would be a case of Flawless, Hussam, and Lewis all at the grocery store shopping for the same groceries. Like, who's gonna go out and get the best? So it's gonna be a mad rush. I don't know whether it's gonna happen, but it will be entertainment when it does happen. Yeah. This is the thing. If you're gonna go out, you have to go and get whatever would be a generational manager to be able to compete, because it's going to be an exit of Klopp, and he's quality. He said he's not done with football. He's just done with Liverpool. He's done. He doesn't have the energy that's required to do it for Liverpool anymore. So he's out. He's taking his whole staff with him. Maybe he's going to go on a 1-year sabbatical and end up somewhere else. Who knows? Maybe it's international. Maybe it's another club. But he is no longer going to be at Liverpool. So and he also said he's not going to be managing another English club. So
he did say.
That's why I went out and got me that cigar, because he's not coming back. I'm happy with that. If I get another 3 years of Pep, Flawless, I was the geek. I was the big glasses, braces when my club was in the dirt. It didn't do me any good. Social media wasn't around. So, I mean, I'm an international fan. How many people am I really interacting with? This era right now for my club to be like this, I kind of posed you the question. Success, you don't turn down success. You don't.
No, absolutely.
You're having it. But the way things are so documented now, the way moments are captured and replayed, there was a spell where I had to pay premium satellite cable to watch the Prem. And this is not easy stuff. This is watching it, not being able to actually rewatch it. This is like you buy satellite cable. I'm showing my age. You buy satellite cable and you either catch it or record it or you're done. That's it.
Yeah. Facts. You got. Yeah.
This 100%. Era on things getting replayed and chopped up memes and GIFs and. Listen,
none of that.
I'm happy if I got another 3 years of this with Pep, and I'm happy. I'm comfortable. With this. I know it's not going to last forever, because look at the greats before me.
Oh yeah, right? Never. That's the one thing I say to people all the time. Football goes in cycles. It just feels like forever when you are and when you're not in a good space, when your teams lose, like Manchester United. Like, we will be back. When is the big question? I have no idea when, but yes.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
It might be 10 years from now. It might be 20 years. It might be 50 years from now. But eventually, that's why when people say,
long. I remember you jokers putting up a banner sign reminding us about not winning trophies. So that was 30 plus years. So
that's how long that's what it is. Like when people say, United are in the worst state they've ever been in. Manchester United have been relegated, ladies and gentlemen. All you have to do is just go do your research. Manchester United have got longer droughts without a Premier League title than now. They've got longer droughts without a Champions League or European Cup than now. It just feels like now, because of all the stuff that it feels longer because of what Vader's stating in regards to everything being analyzed, everything being literally in your hand on your phone. And you're being reminded daily about how bad your team is if you are a Manchester United fan, or if you're a City fan, how good your team is. That's all it is.
It's different when you wake up and all these social apps just either remind you of success or remind you of failure. So it's a crazy era. I want to say this real quick, because we should talk about the games recently, right?
Yeah, of course.
So I heard a lot of preemptive.
That smile, the way you smile, yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
And with the smile and the rub of the chin, I'm like, you've been waiting for this. Go on. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. You're good. I heard a lot of preemptive Arsenal Liverpool game. It's not that serious for Liverpool. You know what? This game's more important for Arsenal. Liverpool, they can afford to get a draw or lose. And listen, Flawless, you know this. Like, I'll be in the comments. I'll make sure I drop my likes. I like to consume the content because, again, time zone, the difference is it's good to kind of listen while I'm getting some work done.
Yeah.
I'm like, how's this making sense? Like, how are Liverpool fans of all fans not suffering from PTSD from past seasons, losing to my club by 1 point twice? Like, how are they saying we can afford to lose points? How are they saying, a challenger in Arsenal? I get it. Maybe they disrespect Arsenal. But how are they? Shout out TJ. How are they saying, yeah, we can afford to lose to Arsenal or get a draw because we're still going to be ahead of City, and City got to come to our grounds? Are they forgetting, Flawless? They're forgetting City's DNA. They're forgetting the first one. We talked about Mancini. Mancini had to win that bad boy on goal differential. You know what I mean? Like the Aguero moment, as legendary as it is, happened in the latest possible moments within a game. That's how far it went. That's in our DNA. Winning by 1 point versus Liverpool, that's happened twice already. And the last time we did it, it was to come back from a 2-0 deficit to win it in the final day. These Liverpool fans, I don't know how. You seen Total Recall?
No, I've never seen it. No.
All right. Total Recall is a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he gets his mind wiped. Completely, is complete amnesia.
Yeah.
These Liverpool fans, I think they hide the trauma. I think they push it away. Because how are you right now talking big chested to Arsenal fans or the league in particular and saying we can afford to drop points versus Arsenal? We'll still win this league versus City.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Like to say, we're going to drop points. Saying that about anyone, you're not trying to drop points. And considering how close it could be.
Flawless. These are the same jokers that say City are favorites because they won the treble. So how do all those things stack up? You're saying City are favorites because they won the treble. You say City are favorites because of the experience. You're then also ignoring the fact that you've been beaten by 1 point many times and then saying we can afford to drop points. Sometimes people need to take a step back and watch their own content. Watch what they happen to say. Don't quite say something to respond to a super chat or to look like you're confident. Actually, take some time and think about what you have to say, because then you don't come across like a flip flop, or you don't come across with having inaccurate takes. Now, I'm not calling anybody out because I get it. I get how it goes. You're a fan of your club, so you're going to speak how you speak.
Yeah, 100%.
But you gotta relax, man. Either City are what City are, or we're not. Don't talk out of both sides. Now, the next time I sit and I feature with another Liverpool fan, it's gonna be on. It's gonna be on, Flawless. Because right now they've been skating. I do. You talked about it. I do waffle. American waffle with Staffy, Mike Gadd, the Liverpool fan, TJ, Arsenal.
Great
fan,
show, by the way, people.
Jacob.
Make sure you check it out. Fortunate enough to, obviously, I work with TJ the other weekly. He's on the Arsenal show with the Man United, going to talk from the Arsenal. Jacob is someone I work with. Staffy I've worked with as well. Mike Doss has called in to the fan calling show a few times. So yeah, great show, people. Make sure you check it out for real.
Good guys,
yes.
But they don't want to hear the truth from me. They don't want to hear the truth from me. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to tell these guys, listen, if you honestly believe that not every point counts, like you don't have that type of energy as a fan, you're not going to win it. Like we come across as the City fans so humble. Like I see the shows with Yan. You said it. She's been there from like gutter.
Yeah. As much as I like to clown Yan, like I've known Yan a long time, people, and she was there like about 4. Like she could tell you about when they was in like Division 1, Division 2, Like some people don't even know that's what the championship used to be called, Division 1. And it was Division 2 before they changed it.
And shout out to like even like her come up and father taking her games and everything like that.
Yes.
So when it comes down to talking about this league and seeing how it needs to be won, a lot of it falls on the fans. The reason why we weren't winning those Champions Leagues is because many of the fans were like indifferent about it. Many of the fans were like,
that was crazy to me as well. How can you not want to win the champion? Why would you not want to see your team win a major trophy? That's what made no sense to me.
Part of it was how we were treated. So you know the I'm sure we'll talk about that too, but the charges and everything like that. You know what I mean? So part of that is like, screw you guys. You guys keep trying to put us under the microscope and disrespecting us, saying we're cheating. Why we want to win your trophy, right? And there was actually a Champions League game where we were late to come to the pitch, and we were late to come to the pitch because apparently, I don't know if it was the fans or if it was players. I think it was the fans, but they were racially abusing Yaya, and Yaya wasn't coming onto the pitch.
That's crazy.
So there was a bigger fine for City not going to the pitch than there was for what was happening with regards to the comments towards the player. So it's kind of like, we don't need this. But this is where I'm talking about the fan energy. When everyone's on the kind of like the same page and they're backing, listen, you can move mountains. So Liverpool fans, Arsenal fans, if you guys panic, if there's chink in your armor, if there's the slightest drop of blood and you're flinching, you ain't winning this thing. That's why Arsenal, and I shout out to HH Have Hope. I've seen you two battle it on the Football Terrace.
Yeah. Shout out to Have Hope, man. I've not spoke to him in it. Since Chelsea have been this bad, I've not spoke to him in
No. No need to talk to no. He's terrible company now. You don't want to talk to him.
You don't want to
He's terrible company. Now the way Chelsea's moving right now, you want to give him some time, some space. But I was telling, the way I saw Arsenal deal with losses, drop points, and the overconfidence, I knew they weren't built. I knew they weren't built for it. So it was a calmer season last season. It was in a strange way. It was like, let's just plug away game to game because we know they're going to overreact. We know how crazy it's going to be. This season we got 3-horse race. It's going to be game by game.
Man. Yeah, so they say. Let me ask you, who do you think's closest to you, Liverpool or Arsenal, and why? So say, for instance, you don't win the league. Who do you?
No, don't talk like that. No, we're not talking like if we don't win the league. But what I'm gonna say is, before the game this weekend, I said whoever wins it is finishing second to City.
Okay, so you got Arsenal.
So I got Arsenal because, again, big matches. How does your manager set you up? How do your players play? And the way, and I don't want to hear any excuses from Liverpool. You just beat them in that FA and you were talking big and bad. And you didn't have all your players in that game. What's the difference now? Oh, the difference, you're now at the Emirates. You can't play on the carpet. Like, the thing is, Liverpool are going to try and do as much coping as they possibly can. But there's pressure because they know it's their last, they know the manager's leaving. That's pressure, and I would be the first to say, Klopp, you should have shut your mouth. If you knew you were leaving, even if it meant things being difficult with how you would have to navigate and things would possibly be leaked. You
reckon he should have just left it and let it been leaked rather than say that he's leaving. Just let rumors circle.
From a media standpoint, he should have kept that under wraps. Let the players know because the players deserve to know. But media-wise, you keep that under wraps because every player gets asked that question now. Every player gets asked that question where it would have been something they would have dealt internally. Klopp's going to have to manage that constantly. So I know it would have been incredibly difficult, and there would have been a lot of kind of like counterintelligence, right? Counter propaganda. Again, Liverpool media darlings, they could have had someone else be like, no, this is all overstated. Klopp's not leaving, or there's been no discussions, whatever. All that PR talk, they could have said something but not said something. But I think it's put tremendous pressure on the players. And it's also now raised the questions. When the players don't show up, is it because what's the point? Like, what's the point of me putting my heart out right now, or playing injured, or giving my blood, sweat, and tears when I know I got to give it to someone else next season and earn my way or earn my spot? Like that psychology, and this is where I was talking about whether my players could do it again for another time. Psychology is a real thing.
Absolutely.
Like you've played sports, you worked out. Like there's things that sometimes you just get accomplished just based on your mental.
Yeah,
Has
yeah,
nothing to do,
yeah.
you
It's
know what I
mind
mean?
over matter at some points.
Exactly. So these players are going to be struggling with that from jump. And you saw did you see how the media tried to spin how Van Dijk's conversation went when he was asked about his future at Liverpool?
Yeah, what he said, I don't know why he did that. I thought that was terrible. He didn't need to say everything. All that stuff that he said, I was like, some players feel differently about it. And I was like, yeah, but some
Yeah.
players, of course,
This is the
but don't need
captain.
to say that.
This is the captain. So he was showing me as like, yo, you ain't ready to answer these questions. And if you're not ready as a captain to answer these questions, yo, that rest of the squad are going to be fumbling all over the place. Now, I thought he was clever, though. I'm going to say this. Van Dijk was clever because he said, if I don't end up here next season, it's probably because the incoming manager has different ideas. Whereas you didn't answer whether you want to be here or not. You just passed the buck. And honestly, whoever they assign, Van Dijk, he may not want to remain there. I think he's 32, 33 years old.
You may not. It depends. There's a lot of variables. Does Van Dijk want to stay? Like he said, does the next manager want him? Like there's a lot of variables.
A lot of variables.
Style of play.
And in this era of football, which I find comical, because again, I got platinums. I've been on this planet. I've circled the sun many times. The thing that I find crazy is there's no just maintaining and staying at a high level when you lose a great manager. Like the realistic expectations should be, I'm a hope for top four, so my club can be financially strong and we can push on with a new manager. Not that I expect a trophy, or because I go out with Klopp and he's won me the FA or Europa that I expect to be winning trophies moving forward. Nah, that's crazy talk.
Right.
In this era, because you look at your surroundings and who's around you, Liverpool fans, listen, I'm telling you, I'm watching. I know I'm going to lose Pep. Don't tell me I'm delusional and I don't know what I'm talking. I know I'm going to lose Pep. Yeah, but I've watched other great clubs either lose great managers or great owners. It's not going to be sustained. So buckle up, Liverpool fans. It's going to be, trust me. And I actually got a few. I don't just have one, but I got one for Klopp and I got some for the downfall of Liverpool fans, because like I said, Liverpool fans, to a man and woman, I love you. Great. But as a fan, yeah, y'all can get it.
Hey, before we carry on, you lot continue to run up the likes. Let me see how many likes we are on. We are currently on, let me double check this. We are at, hold up, bear with me, people. 1 second. I don't know why they messed out. It's all right, 37 likes. Hey, big up to you lot, man. Girls up to 40 likes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV, road to 10K. And make sure you subscribe to Veta's channel as well. The link is in the title as well. And we will get to some questions. Don't worry about that. Neil Gunner, big up to you. Says, what's happening? Do you think Pep's punishing him, or is he close to a move? Yeah, thoughts on Grealish.
Yo. I don't like the news that came out with regards to it, because you want to keep those things inside. Even
what was the news that came out to it? What was it?
A little bit of a bust up, little not on the same page. Like,
with him and Pep.
Yeah, just
hey, if anyone's got the quotes from that, please drop them in the comment section. But yeah, give us your thoughts on it.
So he's obviously, since coming to City, he hasn't been playing his position. He's been on that left wing. And again, he's been asked to do a role, and this is season 3 for him. Season 1, little shaky, inconsistent, not quite playing, because he had a free role. You know what I mean? He had a free role before coming to City. You know what I mean? So he could do his thing, and he was the guy. You know what I mean? He was the guy over there. So coming over, he had to play a role. Not quite the best. And again, when we think of playing on the wing, not quite the most traditional type style player. But playing out of position now, season 2, better season. He's got Holland. You know what I mean? He's a little more in the mix. And again, I'm gonna be the first to say we're not winning the treble without him. I know you're gonna like many, not you, because you're not a stat nerd, but what he does is not just GA. Okay, that's what he does.
Yeah, Grealish
You know what I
definitely
mean?
added to your team. Yeah, he was important to that treble, 100%.
So the whole thing, and again, the tacticals want to talk about control football. You know what I mean? So that was a buzzword last season. He brought a lot of that. The ball would get to him and stick to him. If you're trying to get that ball off him, you're fouling him pretty much, right? So he was trusted in that regard, and also defensively, if there's any need to track back, he was there. This season, I know he suffered a little bit of injury, but if you look, and you know Manchester City, we do remodels. You know, we'll update the kitchen, the bathroom. We don't do complete teardowns. Pep's already looking at kind of like the fresh up. You went and got Doku, and Doku's that aggressive.
Yeah, he's different.
Winger.
He's that electric. Yeah, he was what was needed. He was what was missing from the Manchester City weaponry.
Yeah, and Fabio just made an announcement today, whereas we got another addition, not to join us until July, but so I think he'll be part of the preseason warm up and stuff. But another winger. So I think there's what's my role here, or what am I going to do? I think he's better centrally, but again, now we got way too many players if he's going to be moving centrally, because we got Nunez, we got Kovacic, we got Foden playing in the middle now.
Yeah, Foden playing centrally, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne.
Bernardo Silva, and even Alvarez, where Pep's doing kind of like a makeshift off striker 10. So I don't know, man. I think it looks like it's early to say, but he might be on his way out. And he's been good for us, but maybe not what he wants.
Yeah. Would you like to see him leave? Where are you at with him? You want to keep him?
I would like to keep him because listen, the way he carries the ball, flawless. Like I know some of the ladies, or maybe some of the guys get distracted with the Cavs, but the way he carries the ball, like he's that guy, and I think he would be nasty in the middle of the pitch. I think he would be really good. It's just, man, we're flooded with quality though. Foden, KDB. I don't think KDB is going anywhere. Foden's definitely not going anywhere. Rodri's not going anywhere. That, like, he'd have to play in kind of like that 8, maybe 10 role, and I think we just have too much younger quality, with the exception of KDB. So it might be a matter of Pep looking long term, says, Grealish, you're out the door. But the one thing I will say is that, I mean, Cancelo was a different story. What Cancelo did was unacceptable. You know, you square up to the manager, I don't care who you are.
Yeah. That's a bit wild. Still.
You're gone. I don't care who you are. So, but in terms of being off, not on the same page, because it's happened with Walker, it's happened with Mahrez. Like, if you're not on the same page, yeah, Pep will sit you, but not out of punishment. It'll be like, listen, you're going to do what I want to do on the pitch, cool. But he's not going to hold grudges and be like, nah, you disrespected me, you're not playing. So I think if Grealish ends up doing what Pep needs in terms of what he wants on the pitch, everything's calm. But
that's fair enough. And kind of switching lanes, a little bit about Manchester United, a little bit about Manchester City. Big up to King, who says, Vader, what do you think of Manchester United taking your CEO Omar Barada? Thoughts on this? Because obviously he's come over from you lot to us. So yeah, what's your whole thoughts on this situation?
Listen, you United fans, the way you guys wanted to make it seem like Omar was leaving because he knew the hammer was about to drop on us. Shame on each and every one of you guys. Shame on you. Listen, I'm okay with the move, but I hate that it's to you guys.
Okay.
I hate that it's to you guys. Listen, you guys already do good business commercially. You guys already do that. And I know that that's where the bulk of his experience is, but I don't like that he brings that expertise over to you guys. I know he's going to be CEO, so he's overlooking everything. But if he's going to now tie in what happens on the pitch and what happens commercially, and he's going to be that gap, I don't want that to be the case. I'd rather him go anywhere else. Anywhere else but you guys. So I think it's
United.
a good acquisition. Am I hating on him? I'm not hating on him, but I understand that he had to make the move because he wanted to be CEO. There's no way he would have been CEO over at
Yeah,
City.
because he was he COO at your place?
He
Is
was
that correct?
COO, yeah.
Yeah, and we're hiring him as the CEO, and the CEO is above the COO, right? Am I correct in saying?
Yeah.
Right.
CEO is the top of the top.
Yeah.
I mean, as good as he was and the aspirations that he wasn't going to reach that. For him to go to United, I hate that. And so I gotta draft some tweets for the first failed signing that happens and throw his name under the bus. But no, he's quality.
And Prime is saying this is from Fabrizio Romano. Manchester City will complete Savio deal by the end of February as documents are already being prepared between all parties. Savio will be part of the Manchester City first team from July, and he will start preseason under Pep Guardiola. Exclusive story to be confirmed.
Prime knows his stuff.
Thoughts on this? Yeah, this is that he's tweeting that. He just quoted this from Fabrizio Romano. Fabrizio Romano's, but yeah, thoughts on this? You know anything about Savino? You happy to see him?
Yeah. So that was a young talent that I was talking about in terms of Grealish and possibly looking and saying. Listen, I like that he's a young player. There's some scrutiny. I'm not going to get into it unless it comes up in the comments. But we've got the football. We got the City football group, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this player was able to kind of go through the channels, and that's why we're able to get him. But I think it's like Pep being, all right, y'all are catching on to what I did last season. Everyone's telling me it's control football. I don't quite have the pace on the wings. Grealish he'll do a trick on me.
Yeah, but he's about to feet.
But he's not gonna like send that ball behind or let me try to get through the back. Like he's not doing that. Now Doku's a different story, and this new signing in Savio.
Oh, is he the same? Is he more of that, like in regards to the quick direct wing? I don't know anything about him.
He's quick direct. If I understand correctly, he's left-footed. So where Doku gets overly criticized, in my opinion, because Doku was working on that right-hand side, because Pep would put Bernardo Silva. Doku was on the left, Bernardo was on the right, but Doku's right-footed. So even when he would get past players, his cutbacks or his crosses weren't as clean because it's on his left foot. It's not as neat. So I believe Doku was to be our right wing. We didn't replace Sterling. We didn't replace Mahrez. I think Doku is to be on that right-hand side, and he played there the last game.
Okay, so you think he's going back to traditional in regards to having a right-footed right winger rather than inside forward. Okay,
and and the reason why is, and you know what? Actually, this is gonna let me get angry again because they want to talk about Pep gets whatever he wants when he needs it. He's had to get the players when they're made available. It's not I need a right wing, I need a right-footed right winger, and you just go out and go get them. It's like profile takes some time because, like I said, Sterling's left, Cole Palmer left, Mahrez is left. So this season is like, oh, listen, you got to make do. This young, and again, no one's going to say that he's a world beater. No one's going to say that getting Doku or getting Savio, everybody was touted for him. No, these are up and coming, I think, versatile players. But Pep realizing now, and it looks like Mbappe is supposed to be going to Real Madrid.
I'm hearing he's going to Real Madrid, yeah.
And if Mbappe, thank you very much. If one of these cigars are going to be for Mbappe going to Real Madrid, because you know what that means. My man, Cyborg, Erling Haaland, where is he going to go then? Both of them are not going to Real. So I'm going to save one of those for Erling, maybe a couple, add 2 years to that contract extension. Maybe we'll throw on another 100 mil for a buyout if someone wants to be silly to do that. But Erling, in this system, I think he needs that pace on the wings because Erling's already occupying too. I'm no tactical. I'm no tactical, but I pretend to be one on YouTube. Erling in the middle occupies two. If you're gonna now single out and have your right back, your left back occupied quick wingers now, I think that's advantage because once they get past the right back or left back, that center back is coming over. That's leaving Erling one-on-one with whichever remaining center back. So I think I'm hoping that's where Pep's getting at. That would be joy for my EA FIFA FC 24 game. If he goes with the quick paces, I need that. But this is where I think he's getting to. Midfield, I think we're set. I'm crossing my fingers. I hope Bernardo Silva doesn't go anywhere. I really hope he doesn't go anywhere. That rumor.
Bernardo, it's time, man. You need to.
Flawless. Stop it. Nah.
What do you mean stop it, man? You got quality in there. You got because he's man talking about Maine. You got Rodri in there. You got De Bruyne, Grealish can play in there. Nunes, Kovacic. You'll probably sign somebody else. I'm tired.
If Bernardo goes, then yeah, I'm really gonna be amping up for Grealish to stay. But yeah, I think Pep's trying to change things up because we played.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we played Brentford just the other day, and they were playing 5 at the back. Like we can't. We're going to need pace because that playing too slow and allowing defenses to set, that's long. That's long.
No, that makes sense. So I 100% hear what you're saying with that. If Pep
put these likes up. I know I've been talking bad about Liverpool and Arsenal, but hit the like button, guys.
Yeah, the like. You know what is there's 43 people watching, 43 likes. So they doing the business, they fucking with you, man. And
that's like a Holland conversion rate.
Man, the chat is saying so as well. Like, look at this. Look, the chat saying Josh is here. We get to this. This would be a very good move permanently. Trust me, flawless. Yeah, man. Me and Veta gonna talk. Look, Sheik saying flawless talent ID for real. Go crazy. Nero says flawless should apply for the Brighton scouting job. Hey, big up Young G, man. Shout out to my guy Nero. That's brilliant. I always try and bring you lot. You lot know me. The regulars here know, man. I always try and bring the best content creators out here. Like I said, I've worked with Veta before. I've seen him on other channels as well. And it's like it made sense to get him over here for this show, and we'll try and pattern it permanently as well. In regards to Manchester United, because it was where you asked it. And you lot continue to get your questions in as well. Subscribe to Veta's channel. The link is in the title as well. Veta Games. Just click the link and it opens up a new tab. Moving on to Manchester United. Flawless, what's your thoughts on the Martinez injury news? Major blow for us. That's a heavy, like we see. What I liked about Martinez once he came back from this injury was he looked back to himself. Because when he was playing at the start of the season, you could clearly see the injury was affecting him and he was not over the injury. And he looked back to himself and we were better for it. So he will be a big miss. They're saying 6 weeks. So 6 to 8 weeks. So basically he's done till April, which is unfortunate, which is very unfortunate. I'm just hoping maybe we can get through that FA Cup game and then he's back for around then because we're not really competing for anything.
What's the injury? Is it his knee?
Yeah, it's his knee. Did they say ligament? It wasn't ligament damage. It wasn't. You in the chat. You lot in the chat. Let me know. I don't want to get it wrong, but it was his knee. I'm saying it was his knee. Yeah,
I'm not trying to do no favors for Ten Hag, but him healthy, your team's completely different.
Oh, we're a better side. Oh yeah, you can see that we're a much better side with him, and we've seen that. Like from a defensive standpoint, progressing the ball forward, etc. And like I said, it was good to see him back to his best, but then again, unfortunately, he's got injured. But we're not competing for anything bar the FA Cup. So hopefully, we get past Bristol or Nottingham Forest, and then he's back for that next round. Because league, I've already written off. I'm already like,
written off, like winning the league, but
not winning, doing anything of no. I don't even think we'll finish. We'd not finish.
You don't think you're going to finish for Europe?
Well, yeah, but not Champions League. We ain't finishing top 4. Not a prayer. We finish top 4. Best we can finish is 6. Best case scenario.
Yeah, that's a tough
one. And that's best case scenario. People, I'm not letting this run of form, good run of form, fool me. So yeah, we put in a good performance against West Ham. For the vast majority of the game, very good against Wolves. Newport County, we won the game. It was terrible. Like that should have been. We was good for the first half. Second half, all of a sudden we're in a game against the side in League 2. It's like that shouldn't be happening. And then injuries can play the part as well. And our attack, even though we've been scoring goals, we scored 3 against West Ham, 4 against Wolves. Our attack is still terrible. It still sucks.
One thing that had me, and I didn't get a chance to ask this. You know what? I've asked the question.
Yeah, ask me.
But I'm going to ask you this. Because before Ten Hag arrived, the board gave Bruno that contract extension. Before, like it was a summer before I think Ten Hag was official. Do you think he can be a key player for your team and success, or do you think Bruno, even at his best, doesn't quite fit with where you guys are going?
Yeah, in regards to if we want to be a side who's competing for top 4, top 6, Bruno's your guy. If we want to go further, no. You know what I'm saying? That's why you laugh. Like, he's just not like his performances show that, and all of a sudden now his GNA's dried up. Bruno stands don't want to talk numbers no more. Because that was the whole thing. That was the big defense of him. Look at the goals and assists he gets. That's dried up. I think he's got 4 goals, 4 assists maybe in the league or something like that. And he's been like that. And then don't bring me, I'm tired of people say, oh, look at the amount of big chances created or chances is created. Big chances is created. Don't bring me subjective stats. I'm not dealing with no more subject. If you're bringing me stats, bring me stats that me, nor Veta, nor anybody in the chat can debate. Oh, such and such a player has 10 assists. You know what I'm saying? We can't dispute that. You know what I'm saying? Foden scored a hat-trick. We cannot dispute that Foden scored 3 goals. Whether you think he's good, whether you think he's bad, Foden scored 3 goals in that game. There's nothing to dispute about that stat. Haaland, I believe, got an assist for one of the Foden goals. Yeah, he assisted the third one, yeah. So Haaland got an assist in that game. We cannot dispute that. Don't bring me subject, because what I keep saying, people say, oh, big chances created. What's a big chance to me may not be a big chance to you, and vice versa.
Even I don't care about these big chances, because this is Liverpool and their Darwin Núñez big chances. Like, I don't care. Look, okay, you heard it. North American accent, of course. I watch my ball. I watch basketball. I played the game as well.
Okay.
There's times where you leave a man open because you don't care what he does with the ball. You'll shoot that. I'm daring you to shoot.
You calling
that.
them a corner? Is it what Nick Young calls, Swaggy P calls the corner boys? You know what I'm saying? The liquor store. You know what I'm saying? Trust
me. Núñez is that guy. I know he got a few goals recently, but I'm more surprised when he scores. This is where it's at with Darwin Núñez. I'm surprised when he scores. This guy, if you could put on, and shout out to Benny Hill back in the day, but if you can put on those comical music in the background for Núñez's highlights, it fits to a T. This guy's a joker. He's stumbling. He can't get the ball off his feet. And when he does shoot, because he just has the green light, Klopp gave him the green light. Listen, Klopp basically told him, don't think, young man. Don't think. When you have the ball, shoot it. Or when he's looked his best, it's either because Salah has served it up on a plate, or Salah or Jota have told him where to go or where to run. This I don't know about his football IQ, but it's low. And I don't know who's going to mentor him to be a good one. Salah's definitely not doing it with him, because I think there's a little competition there. Salah's used to not liking who's on that left side, because him and Mane would battle all the time. But Núñez, when he scores, I'm actually like, whoa, that's something special right there, because I'm expecting him to miss. And not even just miss. I'm expecting him to hit the crossbar post now, because this guy's a joker. How do you do that on a PK? How do you?
Man, the penalty, he hit the post.
For all of you Liverpool fans, and I don't know all of you, but I know many of you were trying to compare him to Erling Haaland.
I remember those debates. That was crazy.
Remember those debates?
Yeah, I remember that debate. Yeah.
Stand in front of a mirror. Stand in front of a mirror. Take your hand. Slap yourself for ever doing that. All right? Don't ever compare Darwin Núñez to any top striker. That's not his role. Klopp's putting him on the wing.
He's a better, you know what? He's a better wide player, I was going to say. I think he's a better left winger.
He's a better winger. Yeah, so it took some time to kind of figure it out. But yeah, he's out there. Don't compare him to killers. And you're a youngster. I know time will tell. All right? He's got to be surrounded with some more quality. But he's got more potential to do what they claimed Núñez was going to do.
I think with Højlund, I think like you said, it's just more so the age thing. Yes, he needs to be surrounded by more quality. But I've seen in the past few games him doing what I've been asking him for. Start demanding the ball. Yeah. I've said this. Start shouting at people. I'm not saying put hands on people, but make it seem that you're going to put hands on people. Like, that's where it has to come, because our attackers, not only are they not good, they're all shoot first. Our midfield and the wingers, we have our shoot first. So therefore, to get the ball off them, you have to. I keep saying this. Have the confidence of that guy who was playing in London with Kaka and he told him to cut it back. That's the level of Kaka. So everyone remembers that clip. A man was telling, cut it back, like that type of thing. Because the audacity, I can't believe man was telling World Cup winning, Champions League winning, one of the best players we've ever seen in my top 5 of all time to cut the ball back.
Cut that back.
If I'm playing football with Kaka and he's anywhere in the final third, I'm doing off the ball runs or I'm doing defensive work. Don't pass me the ball. I'm good, Kaka. You do your thing. I've got you. Don't even chase back if you lose the ball. I will do your running for you and get the ball to your feet. Don't worry about it. The man told him cut it back. It's crazy. But you need that.
You're not. You know what? You're also serving up those passes to whatever Kaka needs, but you're also leaving the pitch, and you're not even boosting. You're not even telling stories where, yo, Kaka should have cut it back to me. You're not even doing that. You're not even going to be that crazy.
I'm like, I was wide open and Kaka didn't pass me the ball.
No, you ain't saying that.
Even if two people was on it, me open and him with two men on him is much more likely with him creating a goal or scoring a goal. Like, I'm fully aware. I am Mr. Decoy runner at that point. I am making decoy runs. And I'm telling Kaka, do not worry about passing me the ball. You know what I'm saying? If you pass it to me, cool. I'm not going to ask for it.
I'm not asking
you know what I'm saying? I am not. I will do your defensive work. You know what I'm saying? I'm a DM anyway. But like, I'm fully like, it's Kaka. But to see the way, not only did he ask for it, he asked for it multiple times. He asked him to cut it back. And it was with Vim. You could hear it. Cut it back. And yes, I blame my man for the COVID. You know why? Because after that clip, God took sports away. He was like, yo, you niggas is being crazy.
No, you're doing
the university. Yo, it's facts though. That clip came out and the universe took sports away. You know what I'm saying? The universe just, when everyone's
you can't put all that on him, man. That's
I will. When your kids are messing up and it's just one of them and you just like, you send everybody to their room. That's what the universe did. Everybody go inside, man.
Yeah, it's too much. All right, shut it down. Shut
it down, man. Shut down every man told Kaka, cut it back like multiple times and he binged it. That's the kid. No, Ed. No, Ed. No, he should not have seen this. Too much. Certain people get that blind. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like he's just the best player in your friend. This is Kaka, one of the best players of his generation. He's still in my top 5. Like, Kaka's one of my favorite players of all time.
So you talking about aggressiveness and showing like you want the ball. What do you think of the youngsters? Because I saw them all. They jumped up and did that pose.
They did the.
What do you think of the three? You think the three? I know they need to be surrounded with more quality and maybe some elder statesmen, because I believe young players need to be mentored. That's a big reason why I think Arsenal they haven't been consistent, because who's Saka looking up to? You know what I mean? Who's Martinelli looking up to? You know what I mean? Like, you need someone in that mix. What do you think of the core? Do you think that could be a core if you surround them with?
It's a great picture. It's a great story. The picture was great. You know what I'm saying? And we can all get gassed up by a pitch. Happened to me last year. Who scored? It was, can't remember. It might have been
Garnacho's.
No. It wasn't even. No. It was a picture. It was 3 of them. People in the chat remember. It was Martial, Sancho, Rashford. Can't remember which one of them scored.
Okay.
And I know Martial's going to get injured. You know what I'm saying? So, but yet that picture still drew me in. And ironically, I think it was either the game or the game later, Martial got injured again. But that picture, so it's like, but no, I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid with this one. Great picture. It looks fantastic. I think Maino is the real.
Okay. Maybe not the hype. Hype, but
a core. That's too much Maino, because I can only go off what I've seen, and the small sample size I've seen, fantastic. Cannot complain with Maino. He seems to have all the attributes you need as a central midfielder and in the modern day game. Physicality, he has it. The pace he has, the power he has, he's strong. Agile, that people don't talk about enough.
Yeah.
Beautiful balance. Beautiful. That's one thing about City's team, and that annoys me so much, is in the midfield, even if players like I say it all the time, like Bernardo Silva, one of my favorite players. He's supremely athletic. But because he's 5'4" and he's built like me, people don't associate him with athleticism. He's one of the most athletic players in the league.
Yeah.
In regards to his, and when I say that, physicality, I should say, one of the most physical players. Because people just think physicality and think just pace and just strength, pace and power. No, agility and balance are 2 of those attributes as well. Yeah. So with Maino, the agility, the balance, strong, and obviously as he gets older, he'll get stronger as well. Technically, he seems very good from a standpoint, ball control, first touch, etc. Weight of pass, which is very, very important. Always plays the correct pass. Like, it can't be Amazon delivery. It just gets there. No. Weight of pass. Garnacho, I like what he needs to.
Well, hold on. Before you move on to Garnacho, so with Kobe, because he's a more natural 8, right?
With Maino, from what I've seen, he could play he could play a 6 or an 8. I'm comfortable with him playing either of those roles in the team, personally.
currently, do you think he has mentorship right now, or do you guys need to go out and get somebody?
I think with Casemiro, he has the perfect mentor.
Okay.
I think Casemiro is the perfect midfield, like someone who's won everything he's won, someone who they don't play exactly the same, but has played that type of role in regards to, I think Casemiro, and I think Varane is also a massive help to him as well. I think those two in particular, because Varane is gonna, as a centre back, is gonna position yourself here.
Yeah.
This is where I need you, type of thing. Like talking to him, and like I said, he seems very much like Ten Hag even said this, that he wants to learn, type of thing, and the weight of pass. The weight of passes is
that's key.
And again, that's something that is super underrated, because I say this all the time. Just because a pass is successful does not mean it's a good pass.
Right. Yeah.
And people say all the time, player who was great for that was Juan Mata. Pass with care. Sometimes the pass needs to be floated in. Sometimes the pass has to be drilled, a drilled pass. Sometimes slightly in front of you. Sometimes directly to feet, etc.
Trust me, when you receive too heavy of a pass, you're like, dog, I'm right here. What
are you doing? You know
what is that? Making it hard for me now to make my next move. What's going on?
I know that when I played Saturday League or Sunday League, hey, pass the ball to my feet. You know what I'm saying? None of this just in front. I don't need to be doing no extra running. Pass the ball to my feet. And don't fire the ball in either. Like, pass the ball into my... So, with Meno, from the sample size of seeing, I've liked Garnacho. Okay. He just needs that. I like Garnacho. You know what I'm saying? He has he's not the quickest, but he has good acceleration. And he's direct. He's a willing runner. So the mentality is there. He has to add... His bag's too light. Got to add more skills.
Yeah.
Too much of a one-trick pony. And that's not a criticism, because he's 18, 19. I'm not expecting you to be at 18, 19, have all these. But now it's about,
he doesn't have the pickup lines yet.
Now, you don't have the pickup. Now you got to add to your game.
Yeah.
I'm saying that, like you said, the pickup game, you can't just approach a gal with the same line.
No, exactly.
You got to add things. We all did that. You know what I'm saying? I'll approach a gal now like I did in the past. Like as you add stuff that works and what don't work for you, and situations, it's on a case-by-case basis, and that's on the pitch, because we've seen what happened when he faced the Dogie. And the Dogie, I think, is a quality left back. So I'm not super critical, but that's the learning curve in regards to what happens when you come up against somebody who's just as quick as you and has all the physical attributes. That's when you need to movement.
That's what I'm saying. That's it. So I think, and again, both of them, Meno and Garnacho, consider academy, right?
Yeah, they're both academy.
So a lot of them, when they have this success, mostly it's because they're slightly stronger or quicker than the next one, right?
Yeah.
So when they're able to go into the bag and, okay, I'm now being matched with someone with the same physicality, same quickness. Now how do I trick you? Now how do I get you guessing? Yes. So I think if it's that's where it's needed, and again, being young, because I saw the same thing with Foden, sometimes they just need to get that strength, whether it's leg strength, whether it's kind of like core strength, to just be
it depends, because you have to do that, like you said. That's why I talk about balance and agility, and also strength, because Bernardo Silva, even though, like I said, he's built like me, he's strong. That's why he can play as and he has tenacity to his game. He has that aggression to his game as well, which adds to that, and that's what you are going to need. And Garnacho, of course, like we can see, it definitely needs to add from the physical standpoint, and also, like I said, skills. So in regards to more tricks, I need to see more of your back.
Garnacho, Meno, and Højlund.
And then Højlund's one of them as well. He needs to add to his bag, but also he needs to utilize what he has. Because I've said this, and he's done this more recently about demanding the ball, running channels. My biggest criticism of Højlund is you're 6'3", pace and power. You should never be easy to play against. Too many times I'm seeing centre backs having a comfortable time against you. Even if you come off second best in the game, should never be comfortable. And that was my biggest criticism of a previous striker we had, Lukaku. Said it, you're 6 foot plus, strong and quick, and defenders are just chilling.
You know what? So not to make this too much of us playing ball or whatever, but
no, it's cool.
When a striker has a little nasty streak to them, like they want you to to feel their presence, whether they're running through you or running off your shoulder. That's one thing. Again, I don't watch you guys as much as I used to, but for Højlund, I think the physicality is there, but I don't think he makes defenders worry about him enough.
And that's my point when I say he doesn't utilize the physicality he has. Because there's players who don't have his physicality who will be like, if I had that, what I could do with that. Because you're strong, you're quick, you're pace and power. So therefore, your pacing power. BO run the channels. I've said this. If you run the channels, that's a problem. Because it was the Wolves game, somebody passed the ball. He was kind of like not in the channel, but he had kind of shifted to one side and he spanned the defender and got a foul. I'm saying you should be doing that all of the time.
That's true.
All of the time. Like, and yes, you should utilize your size and be a little bit more aggressive. And he has been more demanding of his teammates in recent times, and that's what I like. And he's also showing even the celebration. Scored the goal against West Ham was a very, very good goal. Also, as well though, the celebration I like. Started to show some personality.
What did he do in the
celebration? He played the guitar. He played the guitar. Yeah, he played the guitar. He was hopping on one leg playing, and I'm like, that's good. You know what I'm saying? Same way he went and sat next to Garnacho on the. You have to. When you're at the highest level, you have to show some personality. Not every time you celebrate, you have to, but you have to show something. Right. And this is my biggest thing. Like, utilize what you have.
Well, you know what? Because of the youngsters, I'm hoping with the more experience that they gain, and maybe they don't acquire it when we play again, but that they acquire it in its latter stages of the season. Because I think United, maybe this is my wishful thinking. You know this. I don't want you guys successful, but I do want you guys to play spoiler. So if you guys have anything to say versus Arsenal versus Liverpool.
We'll see, because you do play them both at OT, and we'll give Liverpool a game. We'll give Arsenal a game. Whether we win or not is a whole different thing. It depends on who's available at that time.
Hey, get stuck in, put in some hard fouls, do whatever you got.
For the Liverpool game, will be actually, that being said, it depends on our form going into that. That's what it is. Depends on our form going into that game, because who knows? It could be the beginning of the not the beginning. It could be the end of the end for Ten Hag, where it's like, wow, we're gonna struggle here. We gonna find out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
We go find out. And to Jordan S, big up to you, says Flawless, don't you think we need an experienced striker for Højlund to develop on the same with Garnacho? Yes, I've said this. Neither of those two should be starting currently. And that's where I give them not leeway, but I'm more understanding. Garnacho shouldn't be starting week in, week out.
Yeah, that's some wisdom there. I see that.
Yeah, Garnacho's our go-to guy. No way should Garnacho be our go-to guy. Like, what are we talking about here? He's the guy where he gets the ball, the crowd, the noise goes up. There's expectation on his shoulders. And of course, you're at Manchester United, there's going to be a level. But what I'm saying is he should be an addition. There should be a winger on the other side. Like if Rashford was actually in any form of decent form, Rashford should be that guy. And then Garnacho's the backup. Same with Højlund. Højlund should not be the starter. You should be maybe getting on the pitch when we're chasing the game. Yeah, go on.
You got listen, Rashford. We say this in North American sports, man. Watch for those players that are playing for contracts. Contract year,
crazy.
Contract year, players will look like they're gonna tear up the world. And last season, Rashford was playing for that contract. He got that contract. And I don't know if it's necessarily why he's dipped in form, but you gotta watch out for those players playing for a contract. And then I gotta ask you with regards to Anthony, because with the coverage, you're saying, obviously Garnacho should be starting every time. Højlund neither, but Anthony, Ten Hag's guy, not quite working out.
Facts.
Rashford contract not quite working out. I think you guys, as crazy as it seems, whether Ten Hag stays or not, you may be competing manager-wise with Liverpool, with Chelsea. And then player-wise, if you're going out to try to get a striker and another wing play,
we need a lot. We need much more than that.
You need more than that.
Have you seen? Hey, Veo, I know you ain't watched us recently. Have you seen our team?
Okay, midfielder. You need one midfielder. One.
More than one.
That's too much for one summer, man. That's too much.
No. What's needed and what we can get is a whole different two things.
Okay.
That's what is required.
All right. Hold on. How much do you need? Don't tell me you're going to need a left back, right back. Nah, Flawless. Don't do this, man. No.
Have you seen our team?
Okay, so are you telling me you need a keeper?
Absolutely. Have you seen Onana?
Okay, you're telling me you need Luke Shaw replaced.
Do you think we need Luke Shaw replaced?
I thought he just signed a contract.
Yeah. Forget him. Forget the stupidness of my club because we do foolishness all the time. So forget the
Okay.
stupidness of Manchester United. This is Vader and Flawless talking. Do you think we need to replace Luke Shaw? If you was manager of Manchester United in the summer and you came in with all the information you have, would you replace Luke Shaw?
When you put it like that, when you when you put it
Yes,
like
yeah,
that,
that's the answer. Yeah, Velasquez is
yeah.
nowhere to be seen, so we need a left back. You don't rate Dalot or Wan-Bissaka, correct?
Correct.
All right, so that's two right backs. Maino's young and really shouldn't be starting week in, week out. Casemiro here, so we need a central midfielder. We've already spoke on Bruno, so we need a 10. We spoke on Højlund shouldn't be starting. We need what's it called, a 9. Left wingers, Rashford is nowhere to be seen. Garnacho, we've already stated that you shouldn't be starting, so that's a left winger. Anthony, the less said, the better, so we need a right winger. And that's just first team. Imagine the squad. United are far off it. I talk honestly. Just because I'm a United fan, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If you truly love something, you're going to speak honestly. And that's excluding squad players. Because then we need squad players to back up those. That's how far off we are. I'm telling you. Oh, yeah, Will. More than like word to my guy, Eddie always says it. ACGI, man. Anybody can get it. I'm tired of these, man. I've been tired. Everyone's tired of me saying this when I said I would get rid of 99.9% of this club. Not even just the team. When I say the players, the manager, coaching staff, medical department, scouting, recruitment team, everybody.
I'm gonna get back to it, Flawless. I'm gonna get back to paying closer attention because you got partial new ownership. We'll see what they do strategy wise. Because the way you're speaking, Ten Hag, obviously he's made his mistakes 100%. But then to judge a chef. And then you see what his ingredients are.
How much what the crazy part is, though, Vader? He did better last season with less talent and less of his own guys. That's why I don't. When people try and make excuses, we had on paper, we had a worse team last year than we did this year, and it's less of his guys last year than this year. This is more of his team. These are more of your players you want. So he's getting more ingredients he wants in the kitchen, and you're serving me up worse meals. How? This is your kitchen. That's the cooker you asked for. Okay. It's your microwave. Okay. You asked for the seasoning. You asked for this.
No, but Lissandro's been hurt.
Lissandro has been hurt. Yeah, 100%.
Casemiro.
But all right, I'll flip that though. Martinez got hurt at points last season. And we went to, when we played you lot, you know who the centre back pairing was?
I don't want to be shameless and say
Varane and Luke Shaw.
I want Ten Hag to remain. I do.
Of course you do. That tells me all I need to know.
No.
I say this all the time to Manchester United fans when they're like, "Oh, Flawless, you being too harsh, you being too negative." Talk to rival fans about your club and about your manager and about your players, and then that will let you know where you're.
No. You can't. No, you can't do that. You can't paint me with the same brush because the reason why I say that is because.
Go on. Why do you understand?
I think it's like how I judge TV shows. I'm gonna give you 3 episodes.
Cool.
All right. So, from a manager standpoint, season 1, he did his thing.
He did good. Trust me, I was on board last season, 100%.
And it was an overachievement. I think it was an overachievement. Not that
he exceeded all my expectations. So yes, I give him full credit for that first season, without doubt.
So I know, like you said, he went and got more of his players. We can do the whole injury route, but a manager's got to manage it. I think season 3. I think season 3 is do or die for any manager. I think you should give them that amount of time because year 1, it's the whole culture, it's philosophy, all that kind of stuff. Year 2, it should be an upgrade, but sometimes you can regress. Year 3, I'm not giving you any excuses. You deliver, and some clubs have different expectations. You deliver. I want a domestic trophy. You deliver. I need Europe. I need top 4. Or however it may be. I need or in addition to that, I need to see how you play against the guys that I'm trying to surpass. I need to see you against the top 6. I think year 3 needs to happen for Ten Hag. I would have said the same thing for Arteta back. Many should have said the same thing for Klopp when he first joined. I think you need some time now. Poch is done a little dirty because everyone looks at how much has been spent, but that's because he's not buying the ingredients.
Hey, they're 11th.
Arsenal were 8th and 8th,
and a lot of and for rightfully so. I understand why they wanted.
I get it. I get what, but again,
The performances were better under Arsenal. He had them defend. I remember those two Arsenal eighth place finishes. Not only did they win an FA Cup, we can't exclude that.
Yeah.
Defensively, they were solid as well. Poch has Chelsea are a mess. Chelsea are worse than us, and we're shocking.
Chelsea are worse. They spent crazy, but it's the same thing. The way I used to criticize Arsenal, you got too much youth, and where you have the experience, it's only in Silva. That's not what you need the experience. So I'm saying, I think the manager roulette, it does no one any good. Does no one.
So let me ask you then. You said the experience is not there. So what's our excuse? Because we got it in abundance. Why have we scored less goals than Luton Town?
You scored less goals than Luton Town.
See, man, this is what I'm saying. You know, like people, and you saying give this man a third season, Vader. You scored less goals than Luton Town, who, let's face it, have a championship outfit.
But you have no. But
go on.
You have satisfied, rewarded with a contract. Rashford. He was on fire last season. He was on fire last season.
But I'll flip this on his head. I said all of this last season in regards to our attack being awful. I said this last season. I said take Rashford out. This is why last season I defended Rashford, because I said for all Rashford's deficiencies, if you take away his goals and assists and his output and just his overall impact on games, our attack is shocking. Because last season our attack was abysmal. None of our players hit double figures last season in the Premier League in terms of goals.
So is it? Do you think it's? Do you think it's quality up front? Like, do you think the players?
Yeah, it's quality. It's quality. Our attack is shocking.
So give him another year, though. If he were to get the quality,
but he's bought attacking players, though. Anthony is his signing. Mason Mount is his signing. Bruno, you gave the captaincy to. Højlund is your signing. Garnacho, you put your arm around and said is your guy. That's 5. That's your guys. That's 5. How much? So Højlund was 70
talking about Garnacho's got the potential. We just finished talking. Garnacho.
Yeah, but you put your arm around him. Højlund is your guy for 70 M's. You could have went out and got another striker alongside of that.
So I'll just be clear. I'm not saying get rid of I'm not saying keep Ten Hag, because I think that.
Oh yeah, you want it from a rival perspective.
No. Plus, I'm not doing that.
It is, of course. Sure. Look at the smile on your face, man. Tell your face that you can't kid a Vader, man.
I can't do it. I'm trying.
No, you can't. That's why you say it. You don't think what? All right, let me ask you a question. Are Manchester United ever going to be a threat under Ten Hag, in your opinion, from what you've seen? We ever going to be in a title race or a genuine threat?
Listen, I'm not being shameless here.
Go on.
Next season, no. Next season, no.
Right.
But I don't know if I'm old school this way. I think a manager needs to be able to make the mistakes. Needs to know whether players will play for the badge or not.
I hear you, but you know where you can't do that at Manchester United football.
No, man.
You can make mistakes. You can be the owner of McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? You can't make no mistakes. What? If you're working on the till, you can make mistakes. All you did is fuck up a couple people's orders. You know what I'm saying? Man wanted a McFlurry. You gave him a chicken. You gave him a chicken sandwich. You can do that. You can do that. This is Manchester United. We cannot afford you to be making the mistakes that you are making. You are making way too. This is not a learning on the job.
No, man.
You can't learn on the job here.
That's not fair.
You can't learn on the job here. There's no manager who's been successful that's won a Premier League or Champions League.
You're being wrong. No.
Let me land. Premier League or Champions League with one of the big 6 clubs that was learning on the job. They all had CVs to back it up and had experience. Name them.
But his Ajax CV is.
Here's the thing is, Ajax, I hear you. Don't get it mistaken. I was having this conversation. Shout out to Bilal. I can't remember the name of his channel, but it'll be out tomorrow. He's talking United. Do I think that Ten Hag is a good manager? Yes. I think he's a good manager. Don't get it mistaken. But Manchester United are looking for that top 1%. He's a good manager at a certain level. Same way David Moyes is a good manager at a certain level.
Oh, that's harsh. That's harsh. If you want the reason why I say that is because I think that 1% isn't out there.
No. The 1% is out there. It's just extremely tough to find. But guess what? You see Omar Barada we just took from you. Guaranteed he's getting paid a very, very nice amount of money. Life-changing amount. So he is compensated very well to do a very tough
college
job.
degree, by the way, as well.
Yeah, his aim, what he has to go and do is hire the team around him, and everyone else is going to be compensated very well at Manchester United to go and find that 1%. Don't get it mistaken, it's very difficult. Finding a
Okay.
manager who is going to be successful at Manchester United is needle in the haystack. But guess what? You are paid extremely well to go and find that needle. That's why it's not me. You know what I'm
So
saying?
why if we go back to kind of like DNA, why not show the same patience? And maybe you're gonna say I'm crazy for this. Why not show the same patience that your greatest manager was given?
Okay, I'll explain this. One, because it was both before our times. Because I'm a '90s baby.
No, yeah.
He was here. So
Before
he
me,
was
yeah.
here in the '80s, number one. And you know what Sir Alex Ferguson had? Major credit in the bank. If Ten Hag had Sir Alex's CV, I'd be much more willing to be like, okay, let's see. Let's put it into perspective. So for those that don't know, let's put it into perspective. Sir Alex Ferguson won the Scottish title with Aberdeen, a record that still stands to this day. Nobody outside of Celtic or Rangers since Sir Alex Ferguson has won a Scottish League title. He also won, I believe, 2 European trophies with Aberdeen, which is the equivalent of everyone's hyping now.
Europa.
Bayer Leverkusen winning if they win the Europa League.
Yeah.
Less times, and Xavi Alonso would deserve full credit if he does that. Or Xavi Alonso winning the Bundesliga, that's even better. So let's say Xavi Alonso this season wins the Bundesliga, next season wins a Europa League. That is kind of equivalent. It's not the same as Sir Alex, but it's like that. And then if we got Xavi Alonso when he had that type of credit in the bank and then had these 2 seasons, I'd be much more willing. Ten Hag has done nothing to make
you answered my question. Okay.
He's done nothing
to
make me go like
question.
that. And Ed says it here, and this is when Rangers and Celtics were actually highly rated teams in Europe.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
If the CV, if the resume showed that they were able to get the hardware, and even if they had this difficult up and down 2 seasons, you would have said, "Nah, I'm still going to give them time to figure."
I'm all about if your CV.
I'm with you.
The reason why jobs ask for CVs is so they have an idea of what you've done. Ten Hag liked the first season. That's why I took so long to turn on him this season, because I was at the 3rd, 4th stage of grief where I was at bargaining, where I was just like, go back to what you did last season. And ironically, in the past couple of games, he's gone back to what he did last season, playing a double pivot.
Yo, shout out to everyone getting therapy out there. Stages of grief.
Like 5 stages of grief. Now just like acceptance. Like, all right, this is just what it is type of thing.
All right.
So I'm with it where it's like, you are making way too many. You can't learn on the job here. There's other clubs for that. Like, see, people mentioned De Zerbi, Brighton, you can do that. You can win 2 games in 4 months.
That 1%. Okay. So it's a matter of, you know what? Don't even speculate who the next manager is. The CEO, Ineos, all that kind of stuff. Whoever comes in, that's pretty much who they're going to be bringing in. I'm with that. Yeah,
dude, that overhaul upstairs is on you lot. And again, I don't envy you because you have not impossible, but close to. Is a needle in the haystack settings. But guess what? You are paid extremely well to find that needle. Find it. This is why you man are paid big amounts of money.
Now let me ask you let me ask you something crazy.
Yeah, go on.
Forgive me on this one.
Nah, it's cool, man. Go on, shoot.
If your club chose to go out and get that maybe 1% or that maybe upstart manager.
Yeah.
But you knew the plan was, you know what? We're gonna be competitive. We're gonna build on this. You talked about the 3 youngsters and maybe build a better spine around them. But we're gonna kind of bank it because we know Pep's not gonna be in this league forever. We're gonna maybe look for this. We're gonna be competitive, but us stamping ourselves on this league, us maybe winning the league, maybe we're planning that 3 years from now.
I'm with it. Again, that's where I'm at. I just want us to do the basics, be competitive.
All right.
That's all I want us to be on the pitch.
All right, you're not crazy like some. All right, I'm with you.
Like the Wolves think, like people like, oh, you want champagne football and Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues. I just want us to be a competent unit. Because I see teams who spend way less than us, teams with less talent than us, do this. How would Villa don't have our talent? You know what I'm saying? Villa don't have our talent, and they don't spend our money. But yet they're a competitive outfit.
Gotcha.
All I'm asking for is the bare minimum. And considering the amount that is pumped, as bad as the Glazers are and the ownership is, I don't blame. We still spend enough to be competitive and pick up 2nd and 3rd tier trophies. And as bad as we've been since Fergie's left, we picked up 4 trophies in 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've won an FA Cup, we've won 2 Carabao Cups, and we've won a Europa League being ran terribly. So
Yeah,
imagine we was
that's the
ran
scary
to
part. That's the scary part.
imagine we was ran to an average level, people. If we was ran just
Nah.
to a 5, 6 out of 10, what more we could? I want to be able to be there, so I go. The only reason why we don't win something major is just the lack of quality. If we fall short to Manchester City in the Premier League and we fall short to Real Madrid in the Champions League, I look at it and go, obviously I'll be pissed at the time because you don't want to lose, but you go, they just have more quality. But when we're handicapping ourselves and not giving ourselves the best possible platform to succeed, that's what annoys me. Go out there and people say, oh, you can't just keep sacking managers. Yes, you can. Attempt the same way you just keep running through Gyal. You know what I'm saying? If you're with one Gyal and it don't work, you go and get the next one. And then if it keeps, and then it don't, more relationships fail than succeed. Most marriages fail more than they succeed. What are we talking about here?
It's true. You know, as you say that, I gotta say this. There was the whole like manager comparison, and I don't know if you got pulled into some of these conversations about where Pep, Sir Alex Ferguson, Wenger, Klopp, where these managers all line up.
Yeah.
I found it incredibly disrespectful for Klopp to be rated. Some have been fraudulent to want to rate him that he's done more with less because versus what Pep's done. And I was
you said it at the start of the show, though, or not the start of the show, in the middle of the show. Liverpool media darling. Klopp's he's the media, he's the Disney Plus.
The PR is crazy. Liverpool PR is crazy.
Yeah. So big up my guy Kaneki in the chat as well. But
listen. I think Klopp desperately needs another trophy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Desperately,
without doubt. I agree with that.
I think you're maybe getting him in the top 5, and he's 5th. Maybe.
Yeah. He's not above Fergie, Pep,
nope,
Mourinho,
nope,
Ancelotti,
Wenger.
So Wenger. No, he's not in terms of just Premier League. No.
Yeah.
So I'm saying now, if we start including everything, because he has a champs that moves.
No, I'm just talking Prem.
But if we're talking just Prem, he's got 1 Prem. So you're not above anybody who has 2 Prems or more.
And he wasn't able to retain. Like when you were talking about the analogy, like if the girl's not calling you back, listen. Nah, you weren't successful. You weren't successful.
Hey, facts. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Take it. Yeah. That's Klopp. Like she had a great time. It was a wild night, but never called you back. That happens. You know what I'm saying?
You're not one of the best. I'm sorry. Listen, I think this season is a lot more exciting because right now 3 clubs are in the mix.
So you say 3 clubs are in the mix. I look at it as 2. I don't consider.
No, but right now, if you just look at the point standing.
Yeah, actually, but yes, like Troop said it best. Yes, they're in the race, but they ain't gonna win the race. They're there for the bronze medal.
Oh, okay.
I'm still there for the bronze medal, man. Like, what are we doing here? We're there to be on the podium, bronze medal, get your flowers, and be calm. Like, that's what.
That's messed up. That's messed up. But okay, the 3 clubs are in the race right now. I'm looking and I'm excited for the fixture congestion that's happening because it's going to be a game almost like every 3 days. So
okay,
it's gonna be nuts. I think I back my team.
As you should.
How we win it, I have no idea. Like, I don't know if it's going to be a matter of being near perfect, which we've shown to do, but I don't.
You're the team who do that. Last season, I kept saying it. City are going to go into mode and they'll win 12 games in a row.
Yeah,
and I saying it. Shout out to G because when he was doing the United Liverpool show last week, and he's like yourself, very balanced, very honest, and he was saying, as good as Liverpool have been, and people are saying City have not been at their best, they've won 11 out of their last 12 games. So what happens when they start turning up?
Yeah.
What happens when you start turning 11 out? We consider, City haven't been at it this season, and you've won 11 out of your last 12 in all competitions.
Yeah. No,
so what happens when you
try to do that like this, though? I try to the win streaks. I don't like to talk about because when you talk about them, so I'm doing this, but
and it's the thing is we all expect it. Is an expectance where I'm like, City are going to go on a run.
This is what brings me back to when I was ranting and raving about the whole Liverpool fans not remembering things. Because if it's expected, like if we're expected to go on this run, how are they saying, yeah, we could drop this game against Arsenal?
You're asking football fans to be non-emotional and logical, and we know a lot of, in particular on social media, they're not doing that. A lot of people on microphones, you know what I'm saying, in this content creator space are not doing that. And bless up to my guy Grim, and I hope
this is
you're
what I
good,
want to
Grim.
do before the show shuts down. But this is what I want to say. This is what I want to say. This is why I give you so much ratings, because you can play in both lanes. Like, you can play the game where, like, oh, you want to talk ball? Okay, we'll talk ball. We'll talk history of the game. We'll talk, current season, what I'm seeing. Cool. Oh, you want to do the banter thing? Oh, you want to go back and forth? I'm with you. I got my lyrics ready. I'm gonna kill you with it. So I respect that. But sometimes I can't differentiate. I can't figure out when some of the content creators, and I get it. You got to back your team, but I can't figure out whether they're actually talking with sense or they're just trying to back their club senselessly.
I think if you watch if you watch said content creator enough, whoever it is, then you'll find out. Because a lot of content creators are who I talk to, and like, if I'm working with someone and I'm like, I know you don't believe that. Like, I've called them out on this. I'm like, I get what you are doing. You are a genius. I say it to a gal all the time. You are absolutely brilliant at getting engagement. You are the king of that. Because I've spoke to a gal on streams outside of like Arsenal, spoke to him off stream. He's an extremely knowledgeable person.
Yeah, good guy.
Football. Extremely knowledgeable. And make sure you lot subscribe. This ain't no shots. But he knows what he's doing when he puts 9 Arsenal players in a Real Madrid 11. You don't believe that. But you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You played, and like, that's the lane you want to go down. Cool. But then it's like, he'll try and blame it off as logic. It's like, come on, man. Like,
but you
know, it's not
but Flawless, this is what I've started noticing about myself, because you got to look in the mirror sometimes, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm now overcompensating though, because there's so much of that reckless talk. And this is why I give you so much ratings, because you're able to like, okay, I see what it is. I see how to adjust these. Oh, you're throwing jabs. Okay, I'm a counter. But I'm trying to get there where it's like, let me know how to address said content creator, whoever it happens to be.
You just gotta know. It's the same with fans as well. You just gotta know who you're talking like. And a lot of people are just I've noticed that, especially doing content creator space, a lot of people are highly emotionally invested. We all are, because we all love our team. But they let that cloud their judgment. I can sit here after terrible defeat and break it down logically. And then people are like, when Liverpool clapped us, people say, oh, you just, what was it? What did people accuse me of? Oh, you're just I can't remember the words now in it. Oh, you're just trying to downplay it. Well, no, why? Because I'm not crying about it. Like, when I'm like, oh, I've seen worse. Oh, you've seen worse in terms of results. No, not in terms of results. But where I'm at is people are too invested in the banter and the one game. All right, we got battered by Liverpool and lost 3 points. I've watched Manchester United go out in the Champions League semi-final. What is worse? To a team we should have beat. I'm still not over it now. When we went out to Bayer Leverkusen, I think it was 01 or 02, and Nerville scored. See, I still remember it all them years ago, type of thing. Like, that's more annoying. Would we have got beat by Real Madrid in the final? Highly more likely. But what's worse? And I think also because I'm slightly older, I'm sitting here. I've seen all the triumphs, and I've seen the worst of the worst. Because to me, this is just how I look at it. Fair. It's worse when your team loses and fails when your team is actually good. When you 100%. Know your team's bad, it's kind of like, I'm still annoyed about it. I'm still irritated, but I know in my heart of hearts, I could probably put 11 together myself that gives these.
When you know your team's good and you watch them play like some bums, you're like, where did this come from? Like,
what's happened? You know what I'm saying? I watched the 99 team get packed by Chelsea when we lost. I think it was 5-0. The team was the season after. That was worse, because that was actually a quality outfit for those that don't know. Little history lesson. Chelsea packed us at the bridge 5-0. That was worse than the Liverpool game. I thought, and plus because I was younger, I thought it was all over.
Yeah, you thought the world was over.
Yeah, of course I thought it was. Oh, sell everybody, man. Everybody's coming. Because I'm again doing the over, and that's where I allow certain people of ages. So the certain people who's like, if I talk to you, if you're of a young age and you're still like backing the manager or you're emotional, I get it. If you're 17, 18, yeah. If you're a 90s baby, I'm not hearing it. I'm like, you too old and seem too much to be acting like this.
So how are you amongst your United fans though? Like when you're sitting down, maybe behind the scenes group chats or whatever.
Yeah.
Are you the calming voice during like this Like,
Yes, I'm very much so the calming influence because people see
okay.
me on here and they'll be like, "Oh, Flores, you just relaxed and like calm about situations." And it's like, because shout out to Northside because when we was on League on this channel with me, him, and Saeed, he was like, "Yo, Flawless, I want to see you lose it." He's like, "I need some content," because he's running jokes because he does reactions to fan reactions.
Okay.
And I told him, "You can't break what's already broken." I've already said I am at acceptance. Maybe because I don't start shouting about it, or I'm not highly emotional, or I'm not crying when I say you can't break what's already broken. I have zero faith in this team. I have zero faith not only in this team currently. I have zero faith in us turning this around. The Omar Barada appointment is great. I still don't trust the people in charge because all I have to go of is previous evidence. Man are talking about maybe new stadium. The stadium's still leaking. How about you fix the roof? I'm actions. Show me. Don't tell me nothing.
Yo, I
Show me.
don't know how true this is, but
Yeah, David Gill said that the stadium's been leaking since then. It's highly likely. Because we
wow.
were winning, nobody cared. Because we was winning
Wow.
Premier Leagues and winning champs, nobody cares. That's what it is. Nobody cares. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody like, it's like certain man, we've all been there, innit? The girl is just fire, so that's the only reason why you're there. She treats you like she's a dick. She treats you like shit. She don't know how to talk to you. And I'm guilty of this. I've been there, but she was leng.
Yeah,
so
you
I
gotta
stayed
tolerate
around
it.
longer. Yeah, I'm saying Eddie said it, man. Yo, she attacked me with a protractor, and I went back, and I do it again. Like that's just what it is.
Crazy.
Yeah, but you live and you learn. Like,
Nah, I hear it.
so that's what it is. So yeah, I'm like I don't think it's ever. I think football. I don't think it's ever as bad as we make out, and I don't think it's ever as good as we make out. That's what I would say. I think people go over in regards to winning major trophies. That trumps it. But I'm talking about wins. So that's why I'm not getting ahead of myself with this streak that we're currently on. Like, we've turned the corner. Hold up. We play Villa next. I think we play Fulham. We got our FA Cup game, and then we've got you lot. And there's someone else, and then it's you lot. You know what I'm saying? At the start
you
of
guys
March,
got
where your place.
Villa, Luton.
That's it. Luton Town away. So we got Villa away, Luton Town away, Fulham at home, and then the FA Cup game. So 3 of those 4 are away from home. Now, after those 4, if we do well in those games, then I'd be like, okay, there's something to it. Because I can't remember the last time we put in a good performance and beat a good side away from home. Can't remember. If there's someone in the chat, let me know this season. When's the last time we not only got a good result away from home, but put in a good performance, excluding Liverpool. So we didn't even win. So give me a win, actually. Not even a draw.
I hear it.
And let me just get to these 2 super chats as well. Hey, big up to Amin, man, for the super chat. Appreciate it. Says, Flawless, do you rate Mount or Bruno Fernandes? No, I don't rate either of them highly. No. Didn't want Mount in the first place, and Bruno's Bruno. Big up to my guy Spoobs every single time. Says, used to Vader cracking me up on American Waffle. Great to see him on Sarcasm City. Big up, and hopefully we get to see him more on here. Yeah, man, me and Vader are going to talk and try and sort something out 100%. But Spoobs, Amin, big up for the super chat as well. Yeah, Kadeki says Palace, and I won't even class Palace as a good side. I think they're just okay. You know what I'm saying? Palace are they're okay. I don't look at Palace and go, yeah. I'm talking top 7. Like, go beat, if we really made it, go beat Villa. Go do what Newcastle did and go beat Villa right there, place 3-1. Shut me. I say this all. Shut me up. Shut me up. You're saying, you know what shuts me up? Good performances. No defense leagues, no PR, no all this player stands and all this rubbish.
You know what's another thing I rate? Another thing that I rate is that you're also not wishing poor on your team.
No.
You know what I mean? I've seen some be like crazy move like that, but I rate that you don't move that way.
People mistake that all the time. They're like, "Oh, do you want to say no?" I want to be wrong. When I would love to sit here and say we have the best of everything, but we don't. And the performances and the results back up what I'm saying. You say, "Oh, rate the manager." So how come the performances and results don't back that up? I rate all these players. So how come the performances and we scored less goals than Luton Town and they're a championship outfit?
Yeah.
We spent a lot of money on our attack, on our team. We have the elite chance creator in Europe, according to some. That's what I've been told. Where are these chances? But hey, we move. But you lot, make sure you subscribe to Vader's channel. Link is in the title, people. Link is in the title for Vader's channel. So make sure you subscribe to Vader Games. Vader, let them know where they can find you, what you got coming up, all that good stuff.
Yo, find me real easy. YouTube, just type in Vader Games TV. You'll see my channel. I'll be the first to admit I gotta brand it up. But I got content that's gonna drop tomorrow. Vader Games, why always me? And topics will be there on the screen. You'll see what I'm tackling, and in particular, I'm gonna be I got to talk about a few things, man. I got to talk about Liverpool
about-
because they've been bothering the heck out of me. I got to talk about Arsenal because Liverpool want to talk about their underdogs. Arsenal want to talk about one game at a time when they were saying they're winning the league. So I'm going to address all of this. And another thing too is, listen, I'm not letting anyone get away with any false narratives anymore. You're not going to tell me that Alisson Becker is the best keeper in the league. You're not. No, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. You're not going to tell me that KDB is not the best midfielder in the world right now. You're not doing that. No. So if you're not hearing it anywhere else, you're going to be hearing that from me. Prime, respect on that, my guy. And I'm also going to be making it a point of dropping more content on a regular basis because
you need to, man, because the chat fucks with you. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that. I respect that.
And you one of the bad content creators out here, man. Trust me. You need to. Oh, you push go live and you're gonna go clear, man. Trust me. You're gonna go clear for real.
And the thing is, and you're not like this either, and that's why I mess with you. It's about what I want to give. I'm not looking to see what's trending. I'm not looking to see, what is everyone talking about. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. And if you guys mess with it, you mess with it. But I'm going to be more consistent is what I'm saying. So trust me, the next time I speak, this guy's getting talked about. What's he doing? This guy's been making mistakes. Ballerina moves out here in the biggest game of the year, costing his club 3 points. And Van Dijk, who's supposed to be that guy, the Mr. Aura, messing up as well in the biggest game of the year. Listen, I know how difficult 4 is going to be. I know what it means. Pep knows what it means. My fan base know what it means. If we get it, cool. If we get it, just leave me alone. And listen, all of you lazy content creators, all of you that you don't even have a funny bone in your body. You can't even come up off the top of your dome with some lyrics. Everything is scripted. If I see you talk about City and you always divert to say 115 charges, stop what you're doing. Get a writer, do like Kevin Hart, get a writer, get someone to write some more jokes for you, and then do what you got to do. 115, it's lazy. All right? Wait until it's proven. You bums. Wait until it's proven. And I'm gonna speak on that on my channel, but thank you, Flawless.
Hey, man, anytime, man. That's the only criticism I have of you. Not even criticism. Only thing I would say to you is, go live more. That's all I would say. Content. People then will, like I say, the chat. These don't lie. I can only bring people to the platform. If the chat don't vote with you, they'd say. You know what I'm saying? And they did. As you've seen from the comments that I put up earlier and even during the show as well. So, big up to everyone who has locked in. Hope you enjoyed the show. Always trying to bring new people to the platform for you, man. Always trying to bring the biggest and best content creators here, people. And obviously representatives of different clubs with different opinions as well. So Manchester City fans, don't say I be hating on you lot. Yeah, I'll run banter, run jokes, but still bring you, look, Vale, what a great representative you have. I'm saying in Yan as well. So there you go, people. But love to everyone that's locked in. We will be redirecting to pro clubs, so don't go anywhere. Sarcasm City TV Gaming. We're redirecting straight from here, straight to pro club, people. Big up to my guy Sheik as well. But please run up the likes on the video, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget as well, like I always state, this show and all the other shows on the channel are available on audio-only platforms, people. So Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, wherever you stream music, wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV and all the shows on the channel will pop up. So Spotify, please 5-star us and leave us a review, Sarcasm City TV. Same with iTunes, Apple Podcast, all you iPhone users, please make sure you 5-star us and leave us a review. Same with SoundCloud as well. Because you might want to listen, like I always state, cooking, while you're cleaning, driving, maybe you're at work, maybe you're at the gym, maybe you're traveling. You might just prefer to listen to your podcast audio only. Maybe you just don't want the YouTube app sucking up all your data. Maybe you don't want to see our faces, whatever the case may be, people. But yeah, man, love to everyone that's locked in. Vate, I really enjoyed this game, so big up to you. Chat, I've really enjoyed it as well. Definitely enjoyed the stream. This was a good one, man. Really did enjoy the stream. And yes, people, this has been the Manchester United, Manchester City show. Man Them United podcast meets the Man Them City podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up and see you lot on the gaming channel. Salute.